All right, folks, we are back here at 9/11. You ask the questions, we do our best to get you the answers. That's the goal of our Ask the Expert segment here on Minnesota Live.
Today, we're going to answer your questions and demonstrate. Matt Lindberg from Village Animal Hospital in Minnetonka is here with some friends. This is Benny and Gus.
This is Benny.
Who, by the way, are very well behaved.
Hi.
So far, they're doing just fine, guys. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for bringing them in. This is a first here on Minnesota Live because we're going to have you, Matt the vet, demonstrate some things that we should be doing with our dogs?
Yes, exactly. So teeth, I think one of the most neglected areas when it comes to dogs. Studies show that any dog over about 3 years of age, about 80% of those dogs may have some degree of dental disease. And certain breeds of dogs, so little dogs like my dogs here, little Morkies, have a tendency to have more dental issues earlier in life than bigger dogs do, say like a lab will end up having. Just because you have all these teeth that are kind of squeezed together in this little mouth, little dogs tend not to be as big of chewers as larger dogs will end up being.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So simple enough. One of the things people can do, and
Thanks
I know
for the
that
licks,
you
buddy.
do at the vet, is you brush dogs' teeth.
Exactly, and that's probably the most important home thing to end up doing. We as veterinarians can help by doing dental cleanings. Like you go visit your dentist every 6 months and they clean the teeth, but in the interim, you brush, you floss, you do those sort of things, otherwise tartar starts to build up. Our pets are the exact same way. If you're not brushing your dog's teeth on a regular basis, there's going to be tartar that builds up, and it has to be a regular basis. So I know groomers say, yes, we'll brush your dog's teeth, but if you're only doing that every 6 weeks, it's not making a huge difference. So it has to be something you get in a routine with. I'm going to say you should do it daily. I know it may not happen daily, but if we can do it more often than not, great. So if you're doing it every once in a while, let's do a little bit more than once in a while. If you're doing it once a week, let's do it 3 times a week. The more you can do it, the better off we're going to be.
Okay, are you going to show us how to do it in the different ways? I mean, are we using a toothbrush? Or are we using the little silicone thing on our finger?
So first things first, getting your dog used to having their mouth handled. Because the big part that I hear from people are, my dogs do not tolerate me getting in there and monkeying around their mouth. So what you want to start with from a puppy standpoint is just getting them used to having their lifted up, touch them around their face, even just kind of petting, holding, get your finger in there and rub against the gum line a little bit. That'll get them used to having that part with it.
Sure.
Same way, so a puppy at 8 weeks, easier to start out there, but say you get a rescue dog that's 2 years of age and is not used to that happening as well. That's the beginning part. Do that for a good 4 to 6 week time period. Give plenty of treats when you're doing it. So if you give a treat as you start kind of monkeying around the mouth, the dog's more likely to be comfortable with you doing it. So they're going to be more accustomed to it. Now, 2 things that I like to end up using when it comes to cleaning the teeth. So you want to make sure you use a dog toothpaste. You don't want to use our toothpaste. Toothpaste that we have, like this is a poultry flavored toothpaste. If you're a dog, you want chicken flavored. You don't want mint or anything else like that. I always recommend getting them just a little bit used to it from a taste standpoint and a smell standpoint if they want to. And then you can even just start on your finger. I know. Just working it against the gum line. So this is an enzymatic toothpaste. So actually just getting it on the tooth surface and the gums is going to have some action. You don't really have to work in and get there. You could use a human toothbrush if you wanted to, but I find I really like these finger brushes. It gives you the tactile feedback when you're in the mouth to know exactly where you're at on the tooth surface. And there's a few teeth that we really emphasize working on, the big canine teeth in front and the very back teeth there as well. Because they tend to be the places where we get more tartar buildup. Don't worry about the insides. It's really just the front
like
and
our back
especially the
teeth
tops.
too, right?
Exactly.
Harder to reach.
The other thing I really like using is these medicated wipes. So this has chlorhexidine in it, which is an antimicrobial. Think of it like Listerine for your dog in a sense. Same idea. You can put it on your finger. You can, why don't we pick Gus now this time? You can get in there and just work it against the gum line. It's going to take down some of the bacteria. That's the beginning stages of tartar buildup. It's going to hopefully help with the breath as well a little bit. So, and again, doing it routinely is the best thing we can end up doing.
And then how about that little finger brush thingy? That's the other,
Same idea of getting in there.
Yeah, that one I would see that they would be a little more.
Yeah, it's the same thing of just kind of getting in, working, but getting them used to it. So my dogs are better with the wipes. That's why I use those, because sometimes this is much better for a bigger dog. A bigger tooth surface than a little dog like this trying to work their way. Exactly.
Very good. All right, ear cleaning. I always hear that's a big issue too for dogs.
It is and it is not. So my honest opinion is that unless your dog has ear issues or unless your dog is a swimmer, there is no reason to get in there and clean your dog's ears. Because Mother Nature probably did a pretty good job of keeping that dog's ear clean. So again, early on, what I want you to do with puppies, flip over their ears. Get them used to kind of having the ear looked at. Look and see what your dog's normal ear looks like. It should be light pink in color. There should not be any discharge. There should not be any odor to it. And as a puppy or when you first get a dog, if you play with their ears quite a bit, you lift it over, even just kind of put your finger in just a little bit, not digging in, getting them used to it. And then, of course, always butter them up with a little bit of treat. as they do
At
that
the
part
end.
of it.
And then if you have the odor in your dog's ear,
Yeah.
like that's an infection, that's a vet visit.
Exactly. So if you find you have to clean your dog's ears all the time because there's discharge coming out, there's an infection in there. And an infection will not be, you can't clean away an infection. You're going to need medication to take care of that. So redness, discharge, odor are reasons to go to your veterinarian. And then cleaning the ear. Your veterinarian, if your dog does have infections, might have recommendations from a cleaner standpoint. Dogs that have yeast infections, there's some cleaners that can help prevent yeast infections. Dogs that have nasty bacterial infections, certain cleaners can help the antibiotics we use in the ear to actually work better. So you want the guidance from your veterinarian from that. Now, if you have a swimming dog that really doesn't have a lot of ear issues, then using a general ear cleaner is a good idea. I don't want home products. I don't want alcohol mixes or those sort of things. I want something that's commercial. You want to look for something that may have some drying properties to it, that sort of thing. So what you're going to do to clean a dog's ear is you're going to flip the ear over. You're going to take the bottle. I'm not actually going to do it for him, but you're going to fill up the ear with the liquid to the point where it's almost coming out. Take a cotton ball, put it in there and kind of cork that ear, and then just kind of work it
Rub
around
around.
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Then just take the cotton ball, wipe out as what you can. Usually they'll shake their head to get the rest of the stuff out, and
Yeah.
that's about it.
Go.
I don't want you digging in with Q-tips or other things
Yeah.
like that, just because that can cause more irritation and damage to the ear canal itself.
Nice job, buddy. You
All
just
right.
let him do
Let's
that.
talk about eyes. Your
Yes.
dog's eyes are perfect.
They can be. So some dogs, say like golden retrievers, oftentimes just have that little kind of
Yep.
boogery goop in the corner. Just taking a Kleenex and wiping that out is just enough to kind of from a maintenance standpoint. Dogs like my dogs that have a lot of hair, and little dogs, something to keep in mind when it comes to their eyes. If you get a lot of tearing that goes on, which a little dogs will end up having, just the way the anatomy is of the eye, the tears in the eye should drain through a little duct into the nasal passage. If that dog produces excessive amount of tears, they tend to spill over in the corners of the eyes. So keeping the hair trimmed around them is super important, because if hairs rub against there's going to be more tearing, and more tears are going to end up
Yep.
spilling out.
That makes sense.
Just using some sort of wiper cleaner, because most of the goop is going to be on the inside of the eye, and keeping that cleaned up. Sometimes I like to use a real fine-tooth comb as well. Come here, Gus. And just kind of work some of that out very gently. Again, you want to do it on a maintenance basis, because
Yeah.
if you allow real thick stuff to build up in there, it's going to be much more difficult to get that out.
We're almost out of time. Nails,
Yes.
we're not going to have you do that
Yes.
because that can be an ordeal, but it is important to have the nails done.
Nail care is super important, but it is probably one of the most technically difficult things for an owner to end up doing. That nail has a blood vessel in it. That nail has a nerve in it. If anybody's ever trimmed their dog's toenails too short, you know it hurts, you know it bleeds
Heartbreaking.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So I recommend that unless you're very confident with it, go to a groomer on a routine basis, go to your veterinarian. Leave it to the experts if you can.
Do you guys Dremel or do you cut?
We cut.
You cut.
Yeah, we have a better, I mean, my technicians are absolutely fantastic who do it,
Yeah.
to be able to see how far down from a trimming standpoint to go without cutting it too short.
This is really great advice. And Benny and Gus, you guys did
Good
amazing.
job.
They passed. Yep, good job,
You want
boys.
to go down and find Mom? There you go.
Thank
You're gonna go
you.
find Mom.
Really
welcome.
good tips. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Matt. All right, if you have questions about your pet, make sure to ask your vet. We've posted the contact information for Matt and the team at Village Animal Hospital in Minnetonka on MinnesotaLive.com.